All right, everybody. How about that thumbnail? Did I gain all those female viewers I was hoping to catch to lure in with that sexy thumbnail? All right. Anyway, probably lost a bunch of subscribers. Episode 3 of Halo is called Emergence. This is probably the most cringiest episode yet because you're going to see like young kids kiss each other, then a boy get beat to death. Then you're going to see some creepy doctor, some rapey doctor, putting the moves on a restrained Cortana. You're going to get a needle in the eye, a needle in the brain. You're going to get like hentai tentacle attack, and you're going to get a naked Master Chief. We are going to see Master Chief's ass. All right, the show starts off with a flashback, but not Master Chief. We have Maki this time, and she's a young girl on the planet Oban. And there's like these fascist guards that beat everybody, and she's hiding as a child in garbage, and she has like a young boy friend, and they kiss, and then he gets beat to death. I was pretty shocked by that. Actually, that was pretty crazy. And then we get to present time, and Maki is talking about searching for the Keystone. She's going to go after the Keystone on behalf of her adopted parents, the Covenant, and she's going to bring back the head of the demon, Master Chief. And like I've been saying, I really enjoy Maki and the Covenant, the computer-generated animated characters. I really think they look good. I'm interested in her story. I like the language they're using, so I enjoy her and the Covenant scenes. So from that enjoyable scene, we go to my least two favorite characters, Dr. Keys, the young Keys, and female president lady. And I don't like them, and I guess they're going to scheme against Dr. Halsey. But then we go to Dr. Halsey, and what's up with Dr. Halsey this episode? She's looking kind of hot. Anyone else pick up on that? Something's going on, or she's just happier, or there's some energy from her this time. I was finding myself strangely attracted to Dr. Halsey, and she's talking to Cortana, and Cortana is in physical form, and she's bald, and they're going to like prepare her to link with Master Chief. So pretty crazy, actually. She's like a clone, right? And so they got to get her brain sort of in a hologram form and then connected to Master Chief. So as she is strapped to a table, the creepy, rapey assistant guy, I mean, you see him right away and you're like, okay, this guy's a problem. He has her strapped to the table for this procedure, and then he tries to kiss her and get all creepy. And yeah, I don't like that guy. That guy's kind of strange. So what they do is they stick a needle in her eye, and like they show it. There has to be an easier way to get your brain out of your body than through your eyeball with a needle. But they do it, and then I think they also have Master Chief strapped to a table, and I think they stab his brain with a needle, and the process concludes. And then they take her carcass, Cortana's physical carcass, and they just like burn it into acid, right? It just dispose of it. Crazy, crazy scene. But now we have a hologram Cortana with hair. And I like how she looks. She is computer generated. They're not trying to make her look realistic. They actually are trying to make her look a little more like the video game. And I like how she talks throughout the episode, particularly when she's in Master Chief's head, because the way the audio is dubbed onto the soundtrack, it's like in our head. And I thought that was really, really cool. And while this is going on, Quan, not my favorite character, is on the meteorite with Soren. And Quan is getting sassy like she does. She wants to leave. She wants to go back to Madripoor, something like that, to join the rebels and fight this new guy. Venture? I don't know. She wants to leave. She's getting sassy. And Soren says, "You're not leaving because I have to protect you." And she calls Soren an asshole. And I do like how Soren said, under different circumstances, I'd probably kill you for doing that. But don't worry, by the end of this episode, they're going to leave together. All right, and then we move on to Cortana meeting Master Chief. And I like this dynamic because Master Chief is not thrilled about Cortana being in his head. He doesn't like it. He comes out and says it. And I think it's a real funny dynamic because Cortana is very excited in her new role and her new job, and she's all perky. and she plays by the rules. She knows all the regulations. She's excited to meet everybody, and Master Chief is just grumpy and wants none of it. Loved it. All right, and things go back to Maki. She is on this Covenant ship, and she's pretending to be the last survivor on this Covenant ship of the human folk. And the UNSC Gladius, big dreadnought, shows up and gets her distress signal, and they bring her aboard the Gladius. And when she gets on there, she does something and unleashes all these gigantic earthworms that come out of the walls and grab all the crew and hentai style. And no, it's not exactly like that, but you get the picture. And I thought that was kind of cool, kind of a weird scene. And everyone gets killed, and yeah, she's doing her thing. Next, we move on to Silver Team. Master Chief reunites with Silver Team. He apologizes. He says, are we all cool now? All right, sorry, I kind of got goofy there. And then Cortana appears out of thin air as the hologram, as she does. And again, I like this dynamic. Master Chief doesn't want her around. He's embarrassed. Silver Team's like, what is this? Who is this? And he's like, well, I don't know her. And then Cortana is like very excited in the new role and like, hi, Silver Team, my name's Cortana. So I like that dynamic. It's really cool. Then things move on to the highlight of the episode, where Master Chief decides to remove his emotional regulator chip from just above his ass crack. So earlier in the episode, Master Chief keeps grabbing the keystone, keeps having visions. And I guess he makes the decision, hey, my emotional regulator chip is interfering with me seeing the full visions. Master Chief has been pretty emotional with this chip above his ass so far, so I'm not really sure there's a big difference, but, we'll suspend disbelief just for the sake of moving on. So he goes into the bathroom, buck-ass naked, and gets a knife and just digs out that emotional regulator chip from his butt. And, there you go. We all got to see Master Chief, his backside. All right, so we have a Master Chief without his regulator butt chip, and he decides to take a stroll. By the way, he hasn't had his helmet on or his armor on for like this entire episode. He does at the end for 2 seconds. That's okay. I've accepted it. So he's walking around, free, emotional. He's watching people. He walks into like this little park, and there's these musicians, and he's just enjoying all this. And then he decides, all right, I'm going to touch this keystone again. Goes, touches the keystone, has a fuller flashback, and he realizes there is a second keystone that he had some experience with as a child. I guess it's just a coincidence that our Master Chief, the most, fierce fighter that the UNSC has had the only experience with this keystone that's so important, but that's okay. But I do like how he's walking around, and he's got Cortana in his head. All our characters now have characters in their head. I mean, watching Moon Knight yesterday with Khonshu and like Venom, and but I do like the pleasant Cortana voice. It's very pleasing while I'm watching the show. It's putting me at ease. It's giving me peace. I wish I had her in my head. So we end the show with Halsey, Master Chief, rapey doctor guy, and Cortana on a ship to track down the second artifact. They think they know where it is. I don't know. That rapey doctor and Cortana are probably going to have some unfinished business. It's kind of like in Kill Bill when Uma, is in the hospital, and that doctor, yeah, it's giving me those kind of thoughts that was going on. All right, and then we have Soren and Quan, and they decide to go to Madripoor because Quan is going to offer him some money, and he's still going to be around to protect her. And then we have Maki. Maki is also headed to Madripoor. Madrigal. It's Madrigal. Yeah, it's Madrigal. Listen, I got Madrigal. I got Mariupol. Because I can't stop watching videos about Ukraine. Go Ukraine. Anyway, I enjoyed this show. Is it anything like the video game? No. I've given up on that. Does he wear his helmet? Does he wear his armor? No. This is a sci-fi show about a soldier named John. He's complicated, and I think we have this great new Cortana here, and they're going about the search for these keystones. And then we got an evil Covenant lady that wants the head of the demon. So listen, as a sci-fi show, I watch it. I enjoy it with my coffee. Is this something I'm ever going to go back and watch again every year like I do with Lord of the Rings? Hell no. But listen, I'm enjoying it. It's not insulting me, so there you go. Let me know what you guys think in the comment. How about that sexy thumbnail? Huh? Yeah. Oh, I know I'm going to lose like hundreds of subscribers on that one. All right, everyone leave a comment. Let me know because I answer all my comments and I want to talk to you. That's why I do these videos. I want to talk to you guys about what I like and hopefully you like. And about what I hate. Night. All right, everybody, have a great day, a great week. I will see you very soon. And as always, I will see you on the new. I'm going to go do some more push-ups.